Hi, my name's Kyle Barlow. I'm an assistant men's basketball coach. I've been here since 2019. I grew up in Howell, Michigan. I think I had a basketball in my hand since the day I was born. I was born in 1988 and 89 was the years that the Detroit Pistons won the NBA championship. My dad was actually a coach for a long time growing up. So I went to Howell High School. It's kind of a funny story. Our junior year, when I was my first year of varsity, we were 1-19, 1-20. So at that point, we kind of made a pact among ourselves to play, in spring leagues, summer leagues, play it all together, not play AAU, and just build our team chemistry. And we ended up with a winning record for the first time in years. I always guarded the opponent's best players, tried to get in their head a little bit, held their jersey, did all the little stuff, played really chippy. When my high school season ended, I really wanted to play at the next level. My older sister went to Concordia University. She had the head basketball coach for the men's team, call me. They were having a spring tryout, thinking this is my shot, this is my shot. I think I probably went 0 for 47 in that tryout. So I'm like, well, that's it. My dream is done. A few days later, I got a call from the head coach, Ben Limbach. He said, we want to offer you a spot on our team. And I was like blown away. I said, Coach, I'm very appreciative of this and I want to do it, but I just got to ask, I didn't make a single shot. Why do you want me on your team? He's like, well, I don't think we've ever seen somebody take 20 charges in an open gym or tryout. Junior and senior year, I was captain both times. At that point in college, I knew I wanted to be a coach. After I got done, Michigan was a school right down the road. They had a GA spot open and I ended up not getting it. So I worked 2 years at Concordia, and then the GA spot for Michigan came open again. I could have been mad the first time, and I could have said, I'm done with Michigan. I kept working their camps. The second time it came open, I got it. We went to a Final Four in 2012, 2013. I finally landed as the director of ops at Toledo, and I spent 5 years there. When I was coming up, I wanted to be, a big-time coach and coach at the highest level, and I was more so thinking about me. Throughout the journey of coaching, I realized it's definitely not about me. There's times when somebody will call you, one of your players randomly. Something, had happened in their home life and, you're their first call. And, it's times like that. They'll come in and shut your door in your office. It makes you sit back and realize, wow, this is really, why I do this.
Do you remember vividly the first time you met Coach Bowles?
I remember the first time I saw him. I was a GA at Michigan and he was at Ohio State and we were number 2 in the country. I remember looking down at the huddles in the media timeouts and I'd see Coach Bowles just staring at our huddle, trying to see what our subs were or whatever he was looking for. I'm like, who is this arrogant guy just staring down at us in our huddle? First time I met him, the Ohio State Championship, just talking with him and knowing that they might have an opening. They didn't have an opening yet. We had a lot of similar interests. I think both of our first concerts were Bob Seger. Coach Bowles called me one day and offered me the job. I said, I want to talk to my wife, and I hung up the phone and I told her, and she's like, well, call him back, what are you doing? So I called him right back. A lot of times head coaches can be, I always say they can be robots. I just realized the first time talking to him, he's a down-to-earth dude. He's definitely is a player's coach. So when we first got here, Coach Bowles wanted guys that were all in. I remember vividly my first time working out with Jason Preston. I was like, holy cow, this kid's really good. I didn't realize how good he was. He was a really quiet guy. I still remember sitting in my office watching Tom Brady mic'd up because he's like, Coach, I don't know what to say. And I said, well, let's see what leaders say. So we looked up Tom Brady mic'd up. He was a pro, he was an NBA player. After that, it kind of migrated into a different team. Next year we had Mark Sears and Ben Vanderplas, and Jason Carter actually came back. And I remember watching a lot of film with Jason Carter about his shot.
What separates this coaching staff from other coaching staffs?
We're the only assistants in the MAC and probably around the country who don't have a single guy who played Division I basketball. All of us weren't handed a thing, and Coach Bowles included, right? None of us were handed a single thing. Your life changes when you have a kid and when you have a family. We had our son Winston. He's about to turn 2 in January. There's a lot of sacrifices that families make. I'm most proud about my journey when you get texts, random texts on, whether it be Father's Day or just in general with student athletes, players from different parts of your life, different parts of your journey, just checking in, having relationships with kids after they walk out. It's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. Don't overreact, and the eye in the sky don't lie.